What's going on, you guys? Manic56 back at it again with day number 7 of High Dyin Holidays. Gonna be playing some Satisfactory today, once again joined by Official Fondue. If you like any point of this video, drop a like, subscribe, and comment which part you want to see a little bit more of, and I'll do an in-depth tour on this world. Thanks for watching. Sitting here, I'm realizing I'm heavily underutilizing my coal output, and have been for likely far too long. Well, welcome to day 7.
Yeah.
Day 7 of High Dyin Holidays. Gonna be touring touring my Satisfactory room today, and giving old
Making me
Fondue,
jealous.
giving Fondue some inspiration for the start of his series, and be the start of a series that I will do on my channel. That will be a continuation of this world. Down here, we start with, this was the first area that got built up. It's just a coal mining area. Sitting down here, as the video will likely start with, will be my comment that I realized I'm heavily underutilizing the amount of coal that I have pulling out of this area. It's kind of insane. Down the way we have a Sam and quartz mining, and then everything left over that doesn't get left in these massive storage containers down here gets sunk out. And then that's my first power plant also down here. Put it nice and close to the coal because we didn't have any idea what we were doing at that point. So actually this coal power plant right here and that lone water plant over there powered a single coal generator, and that was the start of my power grid love for Satisfactory coal plant, or our coal power plants I should say. So as you can see, not a single one of those belts is moving fast enough, which tells me that I'm underutilizing everything on this side of the power plants. Massive battery bank here. This helps with the surge in and out with adding more power or removing power.
Mm-hmm.
And then carrying on, we move into a fuel and alien augmenter. Now, flat out, straight up, no longer a straight, legit vanilla world. I got away from that about 100 hours ago. So I do have many alien augmenters, just because I got tired of trying to learn nuclear, and I'm still in the process of building that massive, what will be factory over there. That we'll get to.
This is nuts.
So, these things over here, since you are still incredibly new with the game, the alien power augmenters boost the power given to the grid. Each one boosted by like 10%. So,
Okay.
my total boost is 170,000 megawatts. That carries this boost from the fuel generators. So, yeah. And then behind the augmenters is just a storage platform for fuel trains. I do have multiple trains running. I've got 4 fuel trains running to the top and 4 to the bottom. They come in, I'd say, every 2 minutes, probably, give or take.
Okay.
So here comes another one in actually right now. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, buddy.
Oh, hi, boy.
So they're rolling in full of fuel, dropping the fuel off, and the fuel's getting used up. Pretty much as quick as it comes in some cases. I need to upgrade my facility a little bit more yet. Have it run a few more power. What are these? fuel power generators. Run a few more of those around still yet. But you know what?
This is nuts.
You know what? We'll take the train if we can catch it. And we will. Alright. Or at least I will. We'll see about you.
I'm trying.
That's alright. We'll wait for the next one.
No. Guys.
This here, the crash outs did not happen. I don't know what you're talking about.
One crash out later.
Just about. It do be like that on days, man. Can't all have them all day.
I know.
So down here, you know what? We can actually start over here. You still with me? Yeah.
I'm with
Start
you.
over here at the truck station. So this here brings in a quick wire from
Okay.
a little remote factory. It's a little too close to run. It's in a really, really weird situation. And it's actually perfect for the trucks in a later game, in my opinion. Or I guess they're called tractors at this size. The trucks are the big ones.
Oh.
Anyways. It's like too far for it to make sense to run a conveyor belt, but too close for a train.
All right.
And so we just bring it in. I just bring it in on a truck, and it's more than efficient. So that goes in, and then it goes up one floor to the spaghetti subway, which we'll get to in a little bit. Here is some things that come in from they're called a bus, is what most people refer to them as. It's just a
Okay.
massive cluster of belts, basically, as far as I understand. This might not even be a proper form of bus, and I don't understand what the fuck those are either. All I know is that I have a bunch of conveyor belts bringing materials over that get made someplace else that are too close for a train to run. And then you can see all the different train lines. You went up, come back down. There you go.
Yeah.
You can see all the different train lines. So we got the South Liner, we got an East Liner. Kind of simple enough as to what those two do. Then we have 3, which was my service train. It now needs to be unloaded and reconfigured. And then we've got a couple of open slots all around as well. Here we've got a little skate park. I think I built this at about the 200-hour mark when I started going slightly insane. And then Ada reminded me about efficiency, and I had to get back to the factory.
Wait, you weren't always insane? I thought that's why we were friends.
No, this game made me insane.
Oh.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Efficiency, productivity. And then a couple of other ones over here, a couple of just bare slots there, and then we've got a nitrogen and a water station here, which pump these up to the top floor. Well, what's currently top floor, and it's the top floor where liquids will be worked with, so gravity will feed them down from there, and I will have to not really worry about pumps too much. Then I think we can go to Spaghetti Subway next.
Alright.
Which will be working in the North Tower mostly. No jokes, no jokes. It's a building that mass.
Alright.
But we'll be working in the North Tower. Yeah, I know.
No, why you gotta say that to me? Why would I make a joke?
Because you're worse than
like
me.
you. That's a. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know. The North Tower is the most built out at this current point in time as far as what it will look like. And there's still a few floors to go that I have planned yet to build up. But essentially down here is it's the metaphorical closet that you throw all the clean clothes into when company comes over. You know, they might not be put away in the dresser, but they're clean and just in the basket still, so you just kind of shove the basket into the closet so no one's got to look at it. It's the same
If I
thing down
cared what
here.
people thought enough, I would do that. But I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So it's the same thing down here where all the disgusting, unorganized, random, throw it around and figure it out later conveyor belts go, as well as the main feed belt for my storage is over here as well.
Okay.
And so this brings in like that quick wire that we saw coming in on the truck downstairs. Multiple things from the bus over on the other side. Things from both the south and the east liner also come in. Excuse me. Come into this same line, and then they all continue along. This is a little hand dump station here, so if I've got things in my pocket that I need to get rid of, I can throw them in there. And then they all work their way around and shoot up towards the central hub.
Okay.
We now grab our elevator. Oh, you know what? You'll need to slide under the conveyor belt there, friend. Alright, so this is main power in for the whole building. It would appear.
Okay.
As well as the station housing. So we'll go up here to the first floor.
So then, what you done with the play?
Caught your notice earlier about this isn't the first floor. Have you never heard of ground floor and first floor, you jackass? They don't got that in Tennessee.
Listen, maybe not.
They just got sister fucking. Oh,
That's crazy. That is Kentucky.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's not. Don't you dare loop me in with those redneck.
So here we've got this floor's power station and what will eventually mirror its way onto most of the other floors in some way, shape, or fashion. Not all of them will look exactly the same, but they'll all have the same basic setup of, different areas within the floor being given power.
Is that why these aren't turned on? The ones that are red?
Correct. They're not set up to anything yet.
Oh, okay.
So, because if you step out, you can see it's an extremely empty floor. Fun.
It's all.
It is. It is. Life is life. Games are games, man. Can't get stressed about pixels as much as I do.
I feel you. Why am I floating?
Because you really need to learn how to use that hover pack.
I literally. There we go. Shit. Sorry.
Okay. So, second floor, pretty much exactly the same as the first floor. So there's not much related to. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple more things over there if you want to zoom down, take a look. You're more than welcome to. It's aluminum creation. There's not really much to look at with it, to be honest, apart from a couple of machines running. Next one up, we start getting into some of the infrastructure that we haven't seen yet, such as the drones and the fuel coming in. I haven't looked at this yet, though it is fueling a couple of different locations. The fuel runs in on one of these, and then it gets distributed from one of the drones to the other drone, which runs some materials out. Actually, I should say, one of the other drones that runs fuel to other locations, as well as down to the trucks that run, and then it also provides fuel for recipes when those call for it. And then here we have some biomass, which is very early game fuel, but it still works for the chainsaw and for your jetpack, so it's nice to have. Plus a few recipes. What is it that uses it? Fabric uses it with mycelia. And then there you can see the top of some refiners sticking out of the second floor below. Head back up this way and we'll move into the central hub. And this is where most of my time has gone, as far as this actual building has been in this area. So up here we have the hub station, which is every pioneer's, home, which you've seen. God, I wish I could take a nap. That would be nice.
Look at your stockings.
Yeah. Um, and then storage unit, which we'll jump to the storage unit. We'll check out below first. Lighting controls, um, little kind of hand storage, my workstations as needed, and then a nice
Box.
balcony out this way that overlooks the power station. Because I was always kind of the
Oh.
power and storage guy, and so this is what I spent my time on. So all storage, which we saw downstairs in the spaghetti subway,
Hmm.
was that main line coming in from the other factories, from both of the trains. They both come in. So those all come in, and they come up, and they start running down a continuous line of smart splitters. And the smart splitters kick out selected items into these industrial storage containers. Whatever doesn't fit in the industrial storage container overflows, and then it either will go into the next one, like the case of this one here, where it's got, two options for the quick wire, um, or the extra will just go all the way around and it'll go into the sink on the other side, like the concrete. And then this allows me to pull items out if I need them to go to a direct recipe that they haven't already been split off to below in the spaghetti subway, such as the copper and iron ingots were going upstairs for the Fixmas event, which we can get up there and look at my spaghetti of factory building that I've done up there. But you can see over here is that same line of splitters and items flying around, and then here the ones that I'm okay with getting rid of because I have 1, 2, 3 storage containers full, as well as the dimensional depot. Those go up, around and out, and they get sunk out for the tickets to use in the awesome shop.
What's the spiral roller coaster looking thing there?
Where's that? Oh, out back?
Yeah.
Those are particle accelerators, which are not up and running currently because
Uh,
everything else needed for them is also not currently up and running.
okay.
Yeah, that's on the back end of some nuclear power type of stuff, and that's all been turned off for a little while. Since the factory remodel, really. Going up another floor, we've got the Fixmas, which will get mostly torn down by end, but yeah.
But anyways, where are we headed?
Alright, so we're on the east liner. This one will take us out the, you guessed it, east side of the map, to the remote factories that I've got out there. Pick up a few things, although at current, just because of the way that it is when you are in the middle of a move, nothing's running at peak, nothing's running appropriately, most things are backed up. This car probably won't even get filled with anything.
Okay.
But nonetheless, we'll run out, check out a few locations that are still set up and running. We're back, but the train's gonna stop here in a moment because it does not have. I lied. It has thoroughfare now. Hold on tight. There was a train ahead of us that was blocking off this whole path. This is one of the few locations that still has single track running through it.
Okay.
I just have not gotten to a point where I've wanted to tackle this particular section of double track, so I haven't.
So I haven't.
So the train is going to go left. We're going to jump off and go straight and into this building in front of us.
Okay.
And in here, you can see that there's a full factory just running away. There's a copper and an iron node nearby. So this is running screws, metal plates, cables, rods, copper sheets, all sorts of stuff. It's just running everything out of here straight out to the train, and then it automatically is loading up and onto the train. Out back, What's not loading out of the train goes straight to a sink, so none of this gets backed up at any point in time. The train station used to be in here, but I found that I'm going to actually wind up needing this space for some more machines at some point, just not at current. But you can see the other train, the one that we're waiting on. You can see it kind of wrapping around there in the distance. And then you'll see it come down the clip here.
Oh, okay.
There you go. And then that'll shoot down and through. And we're going to want to get onto the flat now. Huh. I thought I had this different. Alright, well that's my fault. I thought I had this switched up differently, in which we'd be clear to go right after it entered the house, but apparently not. Oh, there's, we named him Gulch for this map. Or, sorry, we named him Dryer. Because this is Dryer's Gulch, which is apparently another name for a canyon. Or a ravine. Oh, here we go. And you can see here on the sides all the mining equipment and the conveyor belts leading over with copper ore and iron ore.
Nice.
And a couple more here on the right. Going through a little gas cloud, but you've got your hazmat suit and filters and such, so you'll be fine. Alright, should be coming up on the silica factory here in just a moment. Yeah, here we go. Silica factory. Oh, hey Dryer. Silica factory right here. Yeah, no stop on that. Silica is just getting sunk at that location right now because we don't actually need any of the ones that's getting made there currently. It's going to be after I reset a factory in a different location. Up in there will be another train station for nuclear, or not nuclear, uranium output. And over there you can see currently we've only got 4. It's all I'm able to power with what we do mine on the south side, but it's just not enough, and it's not moving quick enough to really keep this up and running, so all of these are actually dormant at current. And into here is a steel factory, so we've got steel pipes, steel beams, and encased steel beams getting made here, and then all of those get shipped out on this train back to the main factory where they get used in different things, or what don't get used get sent up to the storage unit and then into Dimensional Depot for building reasons.
Very nice.
Kind of look around a little bit because he's probably going to get stopped up again. Even if not, we've got enough time to get back on him anyways. So you can see here we've got a nice little manifold set up, pushing into multiple different smelters, constructors, assemblers, straight into the train. And then that will up and around and come back down this way. We also have, we've got coal being mined here, we've got off in the distance here a concrete manufacturing from the limestone, and then the iron being brought in that's needed as well. Okay, he's not going to be stopping, so we're going to get on fast. So, back into the factory, you can see the station, see the fancy little window here to our left, well, your left, my right. Nothing off the other side because there's nothing to see on the other side. And then everything that we just picked up out there comes back into here and goes into the station house.
Nice.
Now, somewhere along the way is a south liner. Although I I reckon that we don't take that. I reckon we take a different one to see all the sights. So a lot of the train tracks were initially built with one direction in mind, single circle track, and more for what does it look like going through than how fast is it. So many of my tracks are rather scenic and interesting in their own rights. If you come off the right side of the train, you can see pretty much all that there is to see, which is a miner pulling bauxite out. The bauxite comes up and will go into the South Line train. There's another miner
Mm.
far off in the distance also pulling bauxite, doing the same thing. Below this station in the cube, similar to the one on the East Line, we used to have a factory built in there making aluminum products, but like I said, the space that I gave myself was just not equal to the requirements. And then over
Okay.
here we have a geothermal power plant, which I'm not sure if you really followed with, but from my side, they get to see a geothermal power plant.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
No.
Oh no, I see something. Yeah, that's it. I see what you're talking about. I see you
Yeah,
now.
there you go. And then down on the other side, for the keen observers, there's a few power lines that head that way. Or I guess a power line that heads that way. It is down to a couple of oil extractors that then, you can actually see the pipeline there off in the distance as well. It is pumping oil along to what is known as puddle hop fuel. So down here is just another fuel refining station. This one is different than the next one that we'll see, which is the first one that was built. This is just the first one in the tour.
Mhm.
This one sinks all of the byproduct made for tickets because I don't need the amount of byproduct that I would be getting on top of the byproduct that I already have. Alright, next up we've got nitrogen and water, I believe is where I've got it set to take us, right after we get out of the loop. Purely decorative, but also functional way of getting down in a tight manner without having a massive long stretch back and forth down this cliffside. Going back up, not as speedy, but just as elegant. I don't remember how these tracks work anymore. Right, and then over here we've got, like I said, a nitrogen as well as a water intake. It was nitrogen that we just sped through there. I don't know why we didn't stop, but that's fine. Basically just a couple of extractors pulling water and nitrogen out of the ground, and then it goes onto the train and goes back to the thing. Down here we've got some station it's pulling uranium out. Home of the nuke train that in the last 15 minutes of bullshit that I'll be cutting out has ran into us 7 times. Yep, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Yeah. They don't, but I do. Yes.
And next will be taking us out into Shroom Valley, I believe is what we named it. But it's the first nuclear power plant area that we had set up. Oh, okay, so I guess front left more. See another 4 towers out there. That large, tall tower is a water tower. It pressurizes the water. Working on getting that to work better than it currently is. To finish answering and to start answering again the question that got cut off when trains decided to be trains. Color coding based off of what they are. The black and Blue ones, like are the East Line and South Line, carry just freight, and the green ones carry radioactive. So the green trains
Okay.
will kill you, or could kill you.
Mm,
Yellow trains carry fuel. Um, red train is my service train. And I don't think I have any other colors at this point. Raw uranium comes in, the sulfuric acid comes in, and then encased uranium cells get built on site. Those get brought around,
okay.
and a bunch of different materials get both brought in and created here. This is going to be leaving in a moment, so you're going to want to, yep, we need to be on the flat. But some get mined and created here, others get shipped in, and then built into the encased rods, which get turned into electromagnetic control rods, that then get loaded into a train and dispersed out to the nuclear power plants. But like I said, it's extremely underutilized at this point in time. Things are just, we don't have, like I don't have it pushing as many of those as I could or should be doing right now, mostly because the rest of the factory isn't running to supply the types of things that I need to have that running consistently, regularly. We are pulling into we are pulling into the freight line of this multi-station export location. So this has rubber and plastic that will get loaded onto the South Liner, and then that gets brought up to the main factory and worked with in there. The other two
Okay.
stations, you can see a fuel train pulling in there. The other two stations push out as much fuel as possible every minute.
Hmm. Okay.
Yes, yes. And then as this gets done here, the only other place left to go is back to where we started.
Okay. You've done a really good job, though, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
Now this is like sick.
But, alright, well, thank you for joining us on day 7 of High Dyin Holidays. It's been a blast. And, we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bet you thought you lost me, huh?